this dunya to be ready, like this or like that, we will survive, inshallah. But the dangers of death, the dangers of grave, and the dangers of hereafter, most are not getting ready for that, for this long journey that is ahead of us. Nothing in Islam is working by magic. As the Holy Prophet is showing, it is through blood, through sweat, through tears, through sacrifice, through intelligence. It's not by magic. It is not through one big miracle, 10 big miracles, this happening and opening the way. No, it is not. Showing the nation of the Akhir Zaman. Use that intelligence that you have, that intelligence that is together with your faith, the intelligence and your faith together with modesty. According to the creator of intelligence and faith and modesty, for the people of the Akhir Zaman, you'll find safety. Mankind is reaching to the highest level of evil now, highest level of disobedience to Allah. All the sins, all the wrongdoings, all the transgressions of all the earlier nations, of all earlier prophets, now in these last days, in the nation of Rahmatul lil Alameen, in these last days, we are committing them day and night, openly. Whole regimes and governments are supporting this. And yet, punishment from Allah has not come yet. What has happened since the fall of the Khilafat, the punishment, it is from our hands to our hands. We are punishing each other. But the punishment of Allah, it has not come yet. And the punishment of Allah is going to be severe. In this month of the Holy Prophet ﷺ, for 1400 years, entire nations and empires, they were running, because these are the holy months, running to put aside all their foolishness and to make zikr a little bit more, to make salawats a little bit more, to think about hereafter a little bit more, to forbid all the wrong actions, preparing for Ramadan, ultimately preparing for Qurban. And because of running in the way of the Prophet ﷺ, as whole regimes and as whole nations, the blessings coming, saving, showing people how to live as human beings. It came to a point where we were human beings and of the highest order. Now this is the lowest order, where regardless of race or religion, regardless of nationality, mankind was able to live together as humans, holding on to haqq, holding on to good, and running away from evil. And it did not matter which nationality, which religion you come from, but they are in agreement. And because of that, rahmat was falling. Because each nation was also trying to follow their prophets. The Jews were running, trying like this or like that to follow. They're still holding on to their religion. The Christians running to hold on to the religion, like this or like that, and the Muslims as well. But since, especially what Shaykh Maulana and Shaykh Effendi is saying, since the French Revolution, where the heads are cut off and the feet they are ruling, it's opening the doors to shaitan for every kind of wrong idea to say it is okay now. We should let the wrong ideas and the right ideas to be running this world. Shaykh Maulana is saying, then why are you putting all those wild animals in cages in the zoos? Let them to run in the streets. You know how to put them away. But since that time until now, these floodgates have been opened by Shaitan, and it's not closing until the time of Mahdi alayhi salam. And the one Sultan that was standing for over 30 years, protecting not only the Muslims but the whole Ummah against this onslaught of Dajjal that was coming. The last ruling Khalifa, Sultan Abdul Hamid Khan, Janat Mekan, they deposed him. And with the fall of the Khilafat and the actual abolition of the Khilafat that we're seeing in these days, commemorating some 100 years ago, the Muslims have fallen into a very deep sleep. They have been drugged. Not knowing their past, Shaitan can tell them what their past is, and they believe. Not knowing why they're living for. The whole system is saying, live to have fun, live to have pleasure. Live and put your family first. Live and put your countries first. Live for freedom. And having no idea what the future is holding. And the Prophet ﷺ, he is the master of past, present and future, seen and unseen, and he has told his ummah exactly what is going to happen and how to watch out for it. But living in these last days, clueless Muslims are. We've left the way of the Holy Prophet ﷺ. Christians have left the way. The Jews have left the way. Except for minority, small groups here and there, that you see them taking one step, they're getting attacked non-stop. Take another step, they get attacked non-stop. Majority are saying, this world is good. We don't want anything to happen to this world. We don't want war. Like foolish people heading billions of people saying, we don't want war. War is very bad. War is evil. It is unjustified. Your own belief system for over 1,000 years, continuing nothing but war and bloodshed in this whole world. Should have anyone said, those who say they don't want war, why you don't want war? If it is necessary to fight for good, when is it not necessary to fight for good? It is always necessary to fight for good. Aren't you going to fight it? So Muslims have lost the way too. Are we saying now get up and go to war? No. We're saying there are things in this world that is worth dying for. What are those things? Haqq, Islam, protecting the rights of others, truth. And we have 124,000 prophets to look to. Is there permission for us to fight for it now? No, there is no permission. The other ones, they are fighting. What are they fighting for? Haqq? No. They're fighting for this dunya too. And Muslims now caught in the middle, not knowing where to turn. So many are going to be tricked. So many are going to support the ones that looks as if they are supporting Islam. But they've been supporting Dajjal for a long time. Looks from the outside like sheep, but they're wolves. saying we're not going to support this one. But this one, it looks like a wolf, but inside they are sheep. So, the time will come, as our sheikhs have said, when black is going to be white and white is going to be black. Don't trust these eyes. That is a time more strongly you have to hold on to your sheikh, more strongly you have to hold on to the awliya Allah. Because what they show you is not what it is. Now there's a lot of confusion. Many more people are still going to be confused. But the believers should not be. It may come to us. Take lesson. What are we going to do? It may come to us. What are we going to do? Those who have no heart now will not have a heart later. Those who don't know how to share now, they will not share later. Those who are arrogant and selfish now will definitely be arrogant and selfish then. That time you will kill for one bowl of rice, but you'll not think twice about what is haq and batil. Shaban is saying the tough days that are ahead. Believer should prepare for that. Not just preparing to put some food aside here and there. That is easy. It's sunnah to do, but that is very easy. How are we going to be when the things are going to be very difficult and we have our wives and our children and our loyalties are going to be divided? If we don't know how to live as a Jamaat now, we will not be able to live together then. May Allah make us to grow up, to open our hearts, to become stronger believers, inshallah. To listen carefully and to be able to have power to act on what is right. May we not be tricked by Dajjal in this world. May the believers stand together. May Sahibul Saif always be on top of us, inshallah. Wa min Allahu tawfiq. Al-Fatiha. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.